Okay, I'm here with Jason. This is the new RV. Kind of get a little bit of it there.
It didn't look like this when we bought it.
It did not look like this when he got it. Yeah, that's for dang sure. So what kind of projects we got going on, Jason? What are we tearing apart here?
Well, we're working on the TV system, which broadcasts HDMI to all the different TVs over network.
Right.
So we're doing some troubleshooting. We're doing some crawling under the bus.
This is one of those classic, you buy it from a dealership, they say, hey, here's our extra dealer fee because we checked everything out and everything is good to go. We're dealer certified. This unit is going to be tip-top shape for the insane amount of money you're about to pay for it. And then we get on the board, and of course we tested the things, but I mean, we tested a lot when we first got on board, and we caught a couple of things. But I mean, other than spending the night on the RV before you buy it, you're not going to go through all of these
there's so much
different intricacies. So one of the coolest things Jason has decided to do is going to live stream to the best of our ability, live stream what's going on in the race car as he's going around the track, and then we're going to do it to the trailer. We've got a TV in the trailer, and then we've also got the 4 onboard ones that are here in this RV. The RV already had an automatic HDMI switcher. It uses network Ether Cat 5e. You know, it might even be Cat 6. No, it's Cat 5 was shielded for some reason. And so that was a great idea, and a lot of it's already there. But as we went to go and test things out, next thing you know, the salon TV or the living room, whatever what do you call this in an RV?
The big TV, yeah, the salon.
Main TV in the...
We're yacht people.
Yeah, we're yacht people, so we still call everything salon and galley. The main TV in this living room, it wasn't connected or it's not working. We troubleshoot, we found connections. So we found connections underneath this dinette table. They had a whole bunch...
Explain why. So there's 4 slides in this thing. Right now we have it barely open because we're in a undercover storage where we don't have much space. So this entire wall pushes out 3 feet. This wall pushes out another few inches. So everything they have wiring run, everything's quick disconnect, which is great, except for they fail. The problem really is that all of this is covered under warranty. Us dealing with people in warranty, we don't trust other people. They always say they fix things and it's not fixed. So we're fixing it. And this is kind of what we do. So here we are, late at night, fixing it.
Okay, Jason, what did you have to do to get that couch mounted correctly? Every single bolt was bad, huh?
Yeah, they're all stripped out. So we got to re-drill them all and re-put them back in.
How many on each side? 8?
Something like that.
8 on each side underneath this pull-out bed. That's what happens when somebody comes out and says that it's certified good. Oh, by the way, we finally got that TV going. It wasn't just this failed connection point down here. It was also a failed connection point. Also a failed connection point under the sink, which goes down into this cubby hole. And that's for the slide motion. So this one might be actually a bad design feature because there's no true conduit run for the slide to occur. But we had to tear everything apart, including in the bathroom, just to gain access. Another thing we did was here we had 2 satellite dishes, which more than likely are not going to be used anymore, and a DVD player, which definitely isn't going to be used, but is great for testing. And then the HDMI switching box. We moved it from the power slide, which was really ultimately the worst location to put in all those extra wires, because that's why they had to run the extra wires down below the dinette couch for a quick disconnect. Instead, we ran it back up here, which we believe was the original OEM location, considering we had a bunch of connections here that were just doubled up. They actually ran back down the side pillar arm here, all the way under the coach, under the subframe, and then made their connections back behind that refrigerator.
What's wrong? You don't want people to know that you eat? All right, it's another day. We left last night at 3?
Yeah.
2:30, something like that. 3 a.m. Good thing is we got all the TVs working now that go over network. Everything can show the same footage regardless of input. So that's awesome. Today we are mounting cameras. We're going with Unifi, Ubiquiti stuff. We've both done a bunch of that stuff. That's when I got my home, and then also my offices and stuff like that. So we're installing, how many on the bus? 6 cameras?
6 on the camp? Yeah.
6
on the bus.
So 3 on the front, 3 on the back, obviously covering the sides, the front and the back. And then the trailer, we're also doing the same. So, and then everything comes into a Dream Machine, which is made by Ubiquiti for broadcasting the cameras, which all that footage will also be able to be seen on all the TVs. Not that we need it, but why not?
The Ubiquiti system is, so all the cameras can be seen on the TVs.
Yep. And then today, we should have enough time. We'll get Starlink set up. That obviously gets mounted on the roof. I'll show you right here. Hold on one second. So this is part of the Unifi. So this is actually access point. So this will be internet. So there's one here in the coach. There'll be one on the roof that broadcasts out pretty big area. I think it covers like 6,000 square feet or so outside the bus. And then the trailer that the bus will be pulling will also have an access point. So when we go out to an event, we'll actually be able to have good internet, be able to stream stuff, be able to do everything we want.
Starlink will be source 1, and then you also have the 4G.
Yeah, an LTE, yeah. Yep, so we should be good.
And we're mounting a 4G remote antenna on top
on the roof. Yeah, so we got better signal. So most of the time you won't be on 4G, except for if the RV is covered. So as long as we're not covered, like tree coverage, or like actually here we're in
over under an awning.
Yeah, so we're the storage it is here is covered up. So you would not have Starlink because obviously it needs to be able to see the sky, which is why we're doing backup would be LTE. A little slower, but actually still works pretty good. And then the next thing is just getting everything cleaned up. We got a trip in a couple days. My wife has not been here. She probably does not know how bad it looks. It will not look like this when she comes back, because she had started organizing and putting stuff away, and then we had to pull everything apart. So anyway, we will show a little more footage a little later as we get doing stuff. Chris is tired, by the way. He was falling asleep in the car ride on the way here, but he now has a Monster. I already drank one, if you can't tell based on my energy. So anyway, we'll rock and roll. What are we doing, Chris?
We are cleaning, we're finishing, we're done. We got cameras up galore.
This isn't even all of them, because when the trailer's hooked to it, we'll have another 7.
You'll have, yeah, you can see everything in the trailer.
Cameras up there. So we have more cameras on this, but this is just what we're showing while we're driving. We don't need to see all of them while we're driving.
Here?
Underneath, yeah. Chris has had this entire thing apart.
That was a joint effort.
Still got some stuff in there.